I did it with the crowd.
Oh yeah, the thesis of this and this and that and that and also that and that. Off. Everything's off on your camera. I turned everything off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll start record.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the University of Adelaide graduation ceremony. This afternoon's ceremony is for graduates from the Faculty of Sciences, Engineering and Technology. The ceremony will commence very shortly. The university has a contract photographer to provide photography services during the ceremony. If you wish to take photos, I'll ask that you do so discreetly from your seat, and if your mobile phone can please be on silent. Also, please do not use flash. To maintain the ceremony's sense of occasion, please remain in your seats, and note if you're upstairs, if you could stay in your seats and not be on the stairs and not come down the ambulatory sides. If you do need to head to the toilet, the ladies is down this way on my right and gentlemen is down that way on my left. In case of emergency, please follow the direction of staff members. The emergency assembly point is the Goodman Crescent Lawns, which is out the side, to the western side of the Maritime Hall, and the evacuation plan can be found on page 9 of your program. For safety reasons, as I said, if you could please remain seated so that everybody can enjoy the ceremony. And before we begin, I kindly ask that you direct your attention to the detailed order of proceedings which will guide us through today's ceremony. Accompanying this, you will find the graduation ceremony booklet, which serves as a cherished memento for the day. So thank you and enjoy. The academic procession is about to enter the hall. We will be singing the national anthem, and the words for this are on page 8 of your program. Please now stand if you are able to comfortably do so for the academic procession and remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you.
I, Professor Scott Smith, Chair of the University of Adelaide Academic Board, declare open this congregation, convened for the purpose of presenting degrees. Distinguished guests, parents, relatives, friends, and especially graduates, welcome to the University of Adelaide's graduation ceremony. We acknowledge the Kaurna people, past and present, the original custodians of the Adelaide Plains and thus of the land on which the University of Adelaide campuses are built. We acknowledge the Kaurna people's ongoing spiritual connection with this land. Graduates, your graduation is an event in which you and your family and friends can take great pride. It is also a source of pride and satisfaction for the University of Adelaide. Graduation Day is an opportunity for you to reflect both on the past and on the future. This day may well signal a significant change in direction in your life. Whatever directions your life may take from here, the knowledge that you have acquired and the skills that you have learned and developed here at the University of Adelaide should stand you in very good stead for many years to come, not only in your working and professional life, but we hope in all aspects of your future life. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce to you today's graduation orator, Dr. Sarah Cannard. Dr. Cannard is a space systems engineer and scientist with over 2 decades of experience in Australian defence, aerospace and space industries. Recently, she was the lead engineer for one of Australia's first lunar rovers to support NASA's return mission to the moon. She also leads deep tech space research as a project manager for the South Australian Government's Kanyani Earth Observation Satellite and industry director for the SmartSat Cooperative Research Centre. Sarah has contributed to complex defence and space programs, including RUVA, the first Australian rover, as well as contributing to the Japanese space agency's Hayabusa. This has also included 1 spacecraft re-entry in Central Australia, hypersonic suborbital rocket launches, weapons testing, and autonomous vehicle trials. She holds a Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering, a Bachelor of Science, and a PhD in Engineering, all from the University of Adelaide, where she is also now pursuing an MBA. Sarah is a Fellow of Engineers Australia and an Amelia Earhart Fellow, a TEDx speaker, former Female Space Leader of the Year, and a South Australian of the Year nominee. Sarah has a deep passion for space and growing a sovereign Australian industry and promoting space STEM careers through mentoring and outreach activities. We are privileged to hear Sarah speak today. Please welcome Dr. Sarah Cannard.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you for this warm invitation to come and celebrate with you today. First, I'd like to acknowledge Professor Scott Smith, Chair of the Academic Board, Professor Andrew Zanatino, Executive Dean, Faculty of Health and Medical Sciences, distinguished guests, University of Adelaide academics, researchers and staff, but most importantly, today's graduates. So I'm Dr. Sarah Cannard, and as you've just heard, I'm an engineer and a scientist. And my journey began on the exact same foundations that you are receiving today. So these degrees have helped me through and guided me in my career over the last 20 years, and I'm hoping they will do the same for you. So today I wanted to take you on a little bit of a journey, one of challenge, self-discovery and ultimately success. One of the career highlights that I've had that was just mentioned is I was recently leading the engineering team for one of Australia's first ever lunar rovers to the moon. And this was a mission to support NASA, and the idea around this mission is that we were going to host a payload, a NASA scientific payload to the lunar South Pole, and whilst there, we're also going to collect lunar regolith, which is lunar dirt, for further study. Now that might sound like fairly simple activities, but actually this is the most complicated space mission Australia has ever undertaken. And it's actually part of a much broader mission, a mission to return humans to the moon, including the first woman and the first person of colour. And in doing so, what we learn from returning humans to the moon, we can use that to go on and have a human exploration of Mars. And I firmly believe we will see humans on Mars in our lifetime, and that's quite phenomenal. So my role in this mission actually started well before the mission itself was announced. So when I started, there was no company in Australia that could take on this sort of project. So what I did is, with similar like-minded individuals, I helped create a company that was the foundations of building a consortium of Australian organisations to design, build and operate this lunar rover. And during this time, I actually had the privilege of working closely with a good friend of mine. She's an astronaut and the former Deputy Administrator of NASA, which is Pam Melroy. And with her leadership, we forged our path in the Australian space sector. It was a path that didn't exist before we decided to create it. I want to take a little bit of a step back now and let you know a bit of the story on how I got to a place where I was working on a lunar mission and building companies with astronauts. And it might be a little bit of a surprise to learn that at once this path seemed utterly impossible to me. So I grew up in a small rural town in South Australia, and I was a terrible student. I really struggled in school. And I have to confess, even though I'm an engineer and a scientist, I'm not that great at science or maths. But I did love space, loved it with a deep, deep passion. But at that time, I didn't believe there was any opportunities to work in space or in Australia. And so I was unfocused and I drifted around. This was until I learned that there was a fellow Adelaide-born engineer who studied at this wonderful university who went on to become an astronaut. And of course, I'm talking about our wonderful, very own Dr. Andy Thomas. So learning about Andy's career and learning that he studied engineering helped to inspire me to set that first path. I didn't know what was going to go on after that, but I knew engineering and science was the first few steps of that pathway. So I worked hard and I turned my admittedly terrible grades around and refused to let any obstacles or naysayers get in the way of this journey that I was trying to create. And along the way, on this journey, I developed two traits that have really helped shape my career, and that's self-motivation and resilience. Clearly, self-motivation must be something that comes from within. It's an internal spark that drives you to work hard and to never give up. For me, my spark, my internal motivation, is deep space exploration, and it's what I get up for every single day. And it's why I started a business, and it's why I created my own career in space in Australia. And we've got resilience. Resilience is really about pushing forwards despite fear, failure, setbacks. And it's these two traits that have helped me to go from a struggling student to someone leading national space missions. So success to me isn't measured by titles and awards. It's about doing what you love. So my message to you is this: success isn't defined by talent, it's defined by happiness. I know that sounds like a cliche, but they exist for a reason. Find what excites you, discover your passion, and if you can't see that path in front of you, create it, blaze your own trail. It really can be done. So you've already proven to us that you're resilient. And you've done this because you're a cohort of students that went through university during a global pandemic, and you've had to face obstacles that no other students have had to face before. So use that strength, use what you've learned and that resilience to carry you forward and meet those challenges ahead. So embrace the challenges, stay driven to follow your inner spark, and define your own version of success. And who knows, maybe it'll be one of your footprints on Mars that we see in the future. So congratulations to you all, and best of luck on your bright future.
On behalf of the graduates and their families attending today's ceremony, I would like to thank Dr. Sarah Kennard for her inspiring address. We are honoured that you have taken the time to join us on this special day to share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us a responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. Please join me in once again thanking Dr. Sarah Kennard.
I will now receive the candidates for degrees. I call on the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health and Medical Sciences.
Chair, I, Professor Andrew Zanatino, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health and Medical Sciences, certify to you and the whole university that the graduates who will be presented to you all have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the award for which they are so presented.
I, Professor Scott Smith, Chair of the University of Adelaide Academic Board, by virtue of the power committed to me by the university, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented. I call on the head of the School of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering, Professor Nelson Tansu, followed by the head of the School of Physics, Chemistry and Earth Sciences, Professor Christopher Sumby, to present the graduates.
Chair, I, Head of School of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering, Professor Nelson Tansu, present to you graduates from the School of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering. To the honors degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Mechanical, also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Rami William Andari. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Jamie Reed Angelakis. Jacare Leonardo Anesi. Joshua James Anthony. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Matthew James Behan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Harry James Bennett. Joseph Justice Brown. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Truong Bui. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Max Louis Batino. Sam Button. Madison Kate Byers. Anthony Burts Carey Jr. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Francesco Antonio Chiampa. Julia Catherine Clark. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Thomas William John Clark. Chloe Joanne Colgrave. Callum Edward Cooper. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Benjamin James Cornish. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Jake Jason Costi. Yang Chui. Mihai Kutanov. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Georgia Renee Dallimore. Hannah Page Dining. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Thomas Ethan Douglas. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Alton George da Silva. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Jaden De Souza. Dylan Michelle Duncan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Elijah Franco Diticchio. Liam Thomas Elliott Mitchell. Holly Rebecca Evans. Michael Christopher Floridis. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Harrison Thomas Georgiadis. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Giuseppe Douglas Grasso. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Grace Nicole Gunner. Uri Hauben. Angus Bruce Higgins. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Callie Grace Hopwood. Dukit Litma Banda Ayenbun Jayasekara. Henry Thomas Jenkin. Demeter Karagianis. Gurlin Kaur. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Charles James Keegan. Michelle Patrick Keegan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Teresa Vivian Kelly. Bo Jen Koo. Ruat Kokemo. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Hayden Kruger. Joaquin Laguna. Jia Yuan Jared Lai. Taylor William Lewis. Yu Hua Liang. Amy Jiahui Liu. Kristen James Livamagi. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Chrissy Lironis. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Shu Fang Liu. Zehao Liu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Mark Maddock. Alexander Edward Magari. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Christian Nelson Macram. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Frida Martin. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, James Michael Matiski. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Daniel Lawrence MacArthur. Sophie Louisa McGrath. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Callum Jonty Menadu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Luciano Mercorella. Niam Neraida Michael Robus. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Harville Michelle. Lance Mihich. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Sabine Mulroy. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Fernando Jose Mujica. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Melan Murphy. Wei Chuan Ng. Louis Hudson Nishke. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Emerson Tobias Remington Nugent. Michelle Craig O'Hara. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Bailey Glenn Patterson. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science and the Diploma in Languages, Amber Teresa Pegoli. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, James Pham. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Truong An Nguyen Pham. Natasha K. Poglas. Neil Puri. Muhammad Rabai. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Jackson Geoffrey Rees. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Miles Nicholas Reski. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Henry Nicholas Rice. Lily Grace Rothel. Aidan Thomas Rowett. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Satvik Rudra Pratna. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Timothy Luke Sanders. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance and Banking, Shirzad Shala. Kashish Sharma. Joshua Matthew Sharp. Hit Kanwar Singh. Kenan David Skine. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Adam Slimming. Baden Andrew Stanley. Michael Albert Stephanie. Clifford Hong Yu Tan. Edward Thomas Tilburg. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Jackson Cooper Tilley. Daniel Trimble. Ka Yu Si. Also receiving the Diploma in Arts, Emily Kate Unafisa. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Denis Vasiliev. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Ananya Forha. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Malte Simon Volendrov. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Henry Warren. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Harrison Elderfield Warwick. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Revati Warrior. Yujun Wei. Paul Wenthrop. Ka-Wai Wong. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Jack Lawrence Woodward. Andy Sing-Eun Yu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Hao Tian Yu. And also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Albert Robert Zanardo. To the honors degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical and Electronic. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Lennox Avdiu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Kaya Yangura Barrett. Ka Ming Chan. Guan Ting Chun. Sebastian James Koch. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Keith Sebastian de la Cruz. Ewan Maurice Fattenstronhau. Prometheus Nicodemus Gomez. Also receiving the Professional Certificate in Advisory Service, Aaron Charles Hamilton. Jia Jun Ho. Safino Firunada Jayasuriya. Jun Wei Liang. Ying Ying Luo. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, William Archibald Montgomery. Rukuzu Nicholas Nuojo. Tin Chu Eng. Dak Thang Nguyen. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Harrison James Payne. Denver Quinn. Muhammad Suhaib Rehan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Adam Vinod Rice. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Ayman Manhal Shawi. Ahmed Muhammad Ahmed Arafa Shehata. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Gurfir Singh. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, William Alexander Smart. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Levi Tennessee Tigerman Smith. Xiang Fei Tian. Ji Yi Wang. Si Ho Wu. And Chun Tiang Zhang. To the honors degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Peter Robert Baker Hutton. Joshua Covino. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Nathan Scott Crow. Tom Paul Ducker. Bolton Davis Dudas. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Wensen Liu. Marcus Minkoff Lee. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Aryan Yash Pala. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Science, Madeline Sarah Wei Piercy. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Flynn Isaac Pisani. And also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Ivan Genesis Tranquillin. To the honors degree of Bachelor of Engineering Mechanical and Bachelor of Arts, Ella Marie Di Stasio. To the Graduate Certificate in Marine Engineering, Samuel Peter Michel. To the Graduate Diploma in Marine Engineering, Jack Peter Morelli. To the Graduate Diploma in Engineering Electronics, Shannon Geoffrey Sluggett. To the degree of Master of Marine Engineering, Mark Wallace. To the degree of Master of Maritime Engineering, Anna Lam. To the degree of Master Engineering Mechanical, Clement Justin. Anirudh Madana Chandran Suba. Aisha Kabir Mila. Ikenna John Oshua. Gaurav Narottam Panchal. Meet Rameshbhai Patel. Muin Liakatali Said. Sentil Balamurugan Sarafanan. Dhruv Mehul Shah. Joyal Fadakumchari Joy. And Shang Li Yang. To the degree of Master of Engineering Mechatronic, Jatin Arora. Yingqi Kuo. Abraham Basil Paul. Amandip Singh Rajput. Jun Wang. And Ji Chao Zhang. To the degree of Master of Engineering Electronic, Rui Min Chun. Yun Lee. Najmus Sakib. Ji Yu Wang. And Jixiang Zhang. To the degree of Master Engineer Electrical, Kaisarul Islam. Manan Kaushik. Junhao Liu. Yash Parmar. Sha'an Polra. Sharuj Ali Sadiq. Arjun Vadakepurat Jayaram. And Abra Zarif. To the degree of Master Engineer Aerospace, Jarin Anthony. Kevin Peter. And Krishna Prasad Reddy Umareddy. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for thesis entitled Experimental Investigation on Wind Turbine Wake Dynamics, Dr. Paul Byron. For thesis entitled Hybrid Computational Modeling for Nanomaterial Acoustic Simulations of Carbon Nanotubes, Dr. Hywell Anthony Bennett. For a thesis entitled Improving the Accessibility of In-Stream Water Wheels, Dr. Matthew Lawrence Brandon Toole. For a thesis entitled Anaerobic Digestion of Chicken Litter in a Leach Bed System with Biochar Application, Dr. Ben Ashley Collins. For a thesis entitled Friction Drag Reduction by a Perforated Plate, Dr. Phan Thuan Huang. For a thesis entitled On the Forensic Application of Apple Health Data, Dr. Luke Jennings. For a thesis entitled All Dielectric Terahertz Waveguides, Devices and Techniques, Dr. Harrison Noel Lees. For a thesis entitled Translational Traction Properties of Soccer Boots Under Various Loading Conditions, Dr. Dinan Loud. For a thesis entitled Application of Misotsenko Cycle-Based Indirect Evaporative Cooling Technology in Gas Turbine Power Plants, Dr. Samira Purhe Dayat. For a thesis entitled Renewable Generation and Multi-Timescale Storage Requirement Case Study of Australia, Dr. Rahil Ahmed Sakit. For a thesis entitled Biomechanics of Cervical Spine Injury in Head First Impact, Dr. Darcy Thompson Bagshaw. For a thesis entitled Vanadium Redox Flow Battery Modeling for Effective BMS and EMS Design, Dr. Hao Wang. And for a thesis entitled Mechanical Behavior of Graphene Platelets and Reinforced Macrostructure Elements, Dr. Kelly Yee. Chair, this concludes the graduates from the School of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering.
Chair, I, the Head of School of Physics, Chemistry and Earth Sciences, Professor Christopher Sumby, present to you graduates from the School of Physics, Chemistry and Earth Sciences. To the degree of Bachelor of Science, Space Science and Astrophysics, Oliver Thomas Cobcroft. Maeve Morgaine Edwards. Matthew Aidan Hancock. Swetha Kumar. Ebony Intumathi Lohe. Amelia Rose Loverson. Maisie Kai Miller. Thomas Frederick Schilling. Samuel Mark Senchuk. Jack Alexander Stone. Matthew Kevin Sutton. And Caleb William Kevin Walkley. To the degree of Bachelor of Science, Mineral Geoscience, Fatima Az-Sarari Binti Idil. Stella Ann Colgrave. Taris Warren Mia. Frederick Oliver. Finn Oscar Singleton. Joseph Thompson Taylor. And Ashlyn Nicole Von Berto. To the degree of Bachelor of Applied Data Analytics, Locke Sum Ma. Dylan Joseph Matthews. Patrick John Adams Walk. And Shuk An Wong. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Science, High Performance Computational Physics, Lucy May Duldig. And Keith Lachlan Kelly. To the degree of Masters of Medical Radiation Physics, Neha Sarah Kingston. To the degree of Master of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Investigating the Bioavailability and Metabolism of Non-Native Selenotrisulfides with Synchrotron-Based X-ray Techniques, Annie Tanya Baker. For a thesis entitled Probing Preparation and Size Dependence of Photocatalytic Hydrogen Evolution by Organic Semiconducting Nanoparticles, Z. Goll. For a thesis entitled Droplet Etching Epitaxy for the Nanostructuring of Strain-Free Gallium Arsenide Quantum Dots, Declan Jote Gossink. For a thesis entitled Convolutional Neural Networking for Analyzing Gravitational Wave Signals, Kendall Louise Jenner. And for a thesis entitled Investigating Ultra-High Energy Cosmic Ray Propagation Through Galactic and Extragalactic Magnetic Fields Using Simulations, Jasimar Singh. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled The Application of Peroxygenase P450 Enzymes as Selective Oxidation Catalysts, Dr. Genia Akhtar. For a thesis entitled An Exploration of the Obscured Metamorphic Expression of Subducted Polytectonic Rocks, Dr. Dylan Brown. For a thesis entitled Explorations of Top Quark and Higgs Boson Processes in Multi-Lepton Final States at the Atlas Detector Using Novel Techniques, Dr. Charles Michael Grant. For a thesis entitled Baryon Resonances in Lattice QCD and Hamiltonian Effective Field Theory, Dr. Liam Christopher Hockley. For a thesis entitled Towards Gamma Ray Telescopes in Australia, Dr. Simon Allen Theodore Lee. For a thesis entitled Optimising Photopharmacology for Future Clinical Applications, Dr. Catherine Angela Palassis. For a thesis entitled The Photophysics and Photochemistry of Polyacenes for Singlet Fission, Dr. Alexandra Nicole Stewart. And for a thesis entitled Structural Characterization of Snake Venom Proteins by Mass Spectrometry, Dr. Chiadi Ruth Wang. Chair, this concludes the graduates from the School of Physics, Chemistry and Earth Sciences and for this ceremony.
Chair, every year the university presents a university medals to acknowledge the most outstanding graduates in each faculty who have completed a University of Adelaide bachelor's degree with honours or a bachelor's degree of at least 4 years duration. The university medals are awarded to them for their consistent outstanding performance across the whole of their undergraduate studies. I, Professor Andrew Zanatino, the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health and Medical Sciences, present to you the recipients of the 2024 University Medal from the School of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering. Harrison James Payne. William Alexander Smart. Chair, University Doctoral Research Medals are awarded to graduates who have completed outstanding research at the doctoral level. This award is the premier award for doctoral candidates at the university. I, Professor Andrew Zanatino, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health and Medical Sciences, present to you the recipients of the 2024 University Doctoral Research Medal. For the research in the field of earth science, Dr. Dylan Brown. And for research in the field of electrical and electronic engineering, Dr. Huo Ma.
I'm very pleased to present to you Dr. Alexandra Stewart, who was presented this afternoon with the Doctor of Philosophy. Alexandra will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of graduates who were presented with their awards today. Thank you.
Okay. Esteemed guests, faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. I'm very honoured to give the valedictory address today. To be honest, when I was offered to give this address, I was very tempted to say no. I'm quite a confident public speaker, and I'll happily give a talk on solar cells or photophysics, but speaking genuinely about personal experience or trying to give a sincere, uplifting talk is quite out of my comfort zone. But I think university teaches us that doing hard things and stepping out of our comfort zones pays off. So here I am. So let me start by simply saying congratulations to all of the graduates. You really, genuinely should all be very proud of yourselves. Pieces of paper or tubes you hold in your hand are not easy to get. Our degrees are a testament to our hard work, sacrifices, and perseverance. I ask all the graduates to take some time to reflect on the challenges they've overcome and the sacrifices they've made to get these degrees. We've all given up sleep, social lives, much-needed work shifts, and frankly, for many of us, financial security, to instead finish an assignment or study for an exam. Or as research students, we've spent late nights in the lab or weekends in the lab, desperately trying to get that reaction to work or get that last bit of data we needed before a meeting or a presentation. But all of these sacrifices are, and will continue to be, worth it. Our time at university doesn't just give us the theoretical and practical knowledge of our field, it also teaches us critical thinking and problem solving, time management, interpersonal skills, and the importance of building networks. Our degrees show future employers that we are adaptable, resilient, and that we can start a major endeavour and see it through to completion. Some of you may not continue on in the exact field you have studied. You may never again collect an NMR spectrum, align a laser, or analyse a Nyquist diagram. But the skills you have developed at university will serve you regardless. I've mentioned the sacrifices we've made in pursuit of our degrees, but I also want to acknowledge the privilege that it is to be here. Not everyone gets the chance at a higher education. The knowledge and skills we have gained also come with a responsibility to use them wisely and compassionately. Obviously, science and technology has the power to do great good in the world. That's why many of us are here in the first place. But I want to remind you all that it also has the potential to do great harm. You only have to look at the news at the moment to realise this. So I ask you all to go forth thinking about who and what you're working for, and to use your skills and knowledge for good. I'd like to make a quick note on research. As a research student, you're often plagued by thoughts that your work doesn't really matter, or that your contributions are so niche and specific that they have very little impact. But I really do think that in science, every tiny piece of the puzzle matters, and it all adds up to build our collective knowledge and enhance society. Even if only 3 people ever read your thesis, it will impact those 3 people's work, which will go on to impact somebody else's, and so on. I like to think that the scientific findings of the Masters and PhD students up here with me could one day be put into practice by the engineers in front of us, and that our collective hard work will really make a difference to society. I'll end this address by saying that we graduates do not just stand here entirely on our own efforts. We have had immense help and support from those around us. In particular, university staff, tutors, lecturers, demonstrators, and supervisors who have guided us, challenged us, and shared their knowledge. Family, friends, and mentors have provided us with the support we needed to work through these. I'd like to ask all of the graduates here today to please stand if you are able. And join me in a round of applause to thank everyone who has helped us get here today. That's all I have. So once again, congratulations, graduates. Keep in touch with each other, use your knowledge well, and best of luck for the future.
Alexandra, thank you very much for a wonderful address. Most memorable. It now gives me great pleasure to congratulate all the new graduates here today. Be proud of what you have worked to achieve and remember those who have supported you to reach this end. I wish you every success as you enter this next exciting stage of your life and your career. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are also its alumni and ambassadors. Over the years since the university was established, its alumni have made an enormous contribution to the community, both here and throughout the world. And today you join a community of over 174,000 alumni, located in 148 countries around the globe. We also have 21 global alumni networks, including 8 international networks. So please, do keep connected. The alumni network is a fantastic opportunity to do that. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the mace bearer, Dr. Dylan Brown, and valedictorian, Dr. Alexandra Stewart, and all who have assisted in the organisation and running of today's ceremony. I now will ask all of the graduates to remain seated and invite everyone else here to stand if you're able and if you're comfortable, and once again join in congratulating the graduates on their tremendous achievements. Would the audience please remain standing, and can the graduates now please stand for the academic recession? Once the recession has left the hall, we ask guests to please remain at your seats and exit until directed by one of our staff. I now declare this congregation adjourned.